Moving through a divorce and healing from a divorce is one of the most challenging things that many of us will ever do in our life. Hi, I'm David Essel. And I'm always a little surprised and shocked, but at the same time I'm not, when I find out the core reasons why that 2 or 10 or 20 or 30 years after people have divorced, they're still carrying a lot of angst. And about 10 years ago, we changed our focus in regards to helping people to heal from a divorce. And we found in our work that on average, a person who's willing to do the hard work after a divorce, that they can be healed in about a year, regardless of what has happened, how they were mentally abused, physically abused, if they were cheated on, if they were cheated out of money, or whatever it might be. Isn't that incredible? Not too long ago on Facebook, I posted this information that in the work that we do, an individual can heal on the average of about 12 months, but that's really consistent daily work, which I'll get into in a little bit here later on this taping. But if they really did the consistent daily work, they can heal in a year. And we got a lot of feedback, and most of it was people saying that's not possible. I've been divorced for 15 years and I'm still angry at my ex. I've been divorced for 10 years and I still have resentments. And I'm reading all these emails that we got from the statement and shaking my head. I felt really bad. Now I understand why people still have resentments and are still angry. I understand why on one level, but I also know that it doesn't have to be like that. Isn't that incredible? It does not have to be like that. But what I'm going to share with you, and part of the process that we go through, is not the easiest of work. It's really not. It's actually making us get down, get humble, get dirty in this work of recovery from divorce. And we absolutely know the end result is powerful. But you have to ask yourself, do I really want to go there? Do I really want to do the work? How this all came up was through a personal experience. I went through a divorce myself, and I've mentioned a little bit of this on some of my other YouTube videos here, but I went through a divorce, and for the first 4 months, it was absolute hell, because it was her fault for this and her fault for that and all this blah, 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 blah. I was just like everyone else. And then all of a sudden, I had a chance to work with a couple people that were phenomenal, and they shook me up, and they made me sit down, and they said, listen, you can carry on this path, or you can go to a path of forgiveness. And I'm sitting there going, forgiveness? What? That's insane. How can I forgive someone who did this and this and this? So eventually, though, what I did was I incorporated some of the tools that they gave me to help me go to a place of forgiveness, and some of the work that I was already doing with other couples, helping them to move on past a divorce. And we came up 10 years ago with a program that, and I say this, it's so powerful, and it is because of the couples that we've worked with and the individuals we've worked with that couldn't believe within a short period of time they were at peace with their former partner. Whatever their former partner thought about them, they didn't care about, and we teach that. Don't worry about if they're liking you, treating you well, whatever it might be. That's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. How you feel about yourself and how you feel about your former partner is crucial. But here's something that's going to be very tough for some people watching this to hear. Oftentimes we create an identity around a divorce that has to do with our ex-partner. And one of the reasons we don't heal from a divorce is it means we have to drop that identity. And if we drop the identity, then all of a sudden we're going to go, who am I without this identity? And the identity are statements such as, he did this to me, or she did that to me, he cheated on me, I'll never forgive him, or he did this with the kids, he took the kids and for 3 months I didn't know where they were. Whatever the story is, she took all my money, he took all my money. So people have an identity around their past divorce. And that identity, if you want to heal, you have to drop it. Isn't that amazing? In other words, we don't use those words anymore. We don't use that identity. And oftentimes people are bitter and they have resentment because that's what they know themselves as. That they've labeled themselves as someone who's bitter with an ex, and all men are this and all women are that, and all the list goes on and on and on. I promise you, I don't care what you've gone through. You can heal in 12 months from this day from a divorce if you choose to. Or you can make the choice that many people make, and that is they would rather hold on to their identity filled with resentments than to let their partner go. Instead of holding on to something powerful and positive and moving forward in life, they want to have an identity that is based in the past. That's all small ego stuff. But the choice is yours. The choice is mine. When someone told me at 4 months that I had to immediately go to forgiving myself and forgiving my partner at that time, I thought she was insane. I really did. I said, you are nuts. Don't you know that she did this, this, and this, you know? And then at the end of the day, it came down to me accepting my role and my responsibility. And believe it or not, and this is going to shatter a lot of people's identities, is that, believe it or not, in almost every divorce I've worked with, the weight of who was more responsible than the other person is always so much closer than we want to believe. See, if we have an identity that 80% of the divorce was my husband, or 80% of the divorce, or 90% of the divorce was my wife, that's an identity. And through our work, we shatter those identities. A lot of people don't want to let them go, and so they don't heal. But if you truly want to heal, if you want to be at peace with yourself first, at peace with your partner second, and that's a tough one, isn't it? Contact me at talkdavid.com. I know there's a way to move through any type of divorce to be healed. If you've had resentments for the last 15, 20, 30 years and you want to finally be free of the nonsense, contact me. If it's been a couple months and you feel the anchor and the weight around your neck and you want to be finally free, contact me. And here's the last piece of advice I'm going to give you. Do you know that as long as you have a resentment against your former partner over this divorce, that you will never be 100% free for any partner you'll ever date or marry in the future? That's a pretty strong statement, and I know it factually true. I would love to help you to heal, to get to a place where you can think of your partner with lightness and move forward. TalkDavid.com. I guarantee this work too. Absolutely guarantee it. TalkDavid.com. I'd love to help you. And don't forget to sign up under YouTube here with Super Slowdown for all of our videos so that they come right into your account the minute we post them. All right? Have an awesome day. Bye-bye now.